I've been building a video game by myself for the last couple of weeks, and here's my progress so far. This week I finished the tablet puzzle that I was working on. I didn't actually implement the selected index thing like I talked about last week, since that proved to be a little bit difficult while trying to create a different puzzle. I ran into some problems and a lot of different things, and I couldn't really figure out where the problems were coming from, so I focused on mainly finishing the puzzle, and I'll get to that stuff later. Right now the inventory system isn't very involved, so having things in a particular order doesn't really matter at the moment, or being able to select which one you use for what moment. It's inconvenient, but it's not a huge priority right now. I want to be able to actually get all the puzzles and the gameplay done first before I go back and do fine-tuning things, so that'll probably be done a lot later. Because I was doing a lot of debugging and trying to figure out what was going on with this puzzle and everything else with that inventory things, I don't really have too much more to update. I did a lot more planning on what I want to do after I'm done with this puzzle. I decided on 3 additional puzzles that are going to go into the hallway, and each one is going to vary in their importance to the overall story. You're going to have one that's based around one sole concept of the game, and then you're going to have one based around the main enemy of the game, and then there's another one that I added in there that I'm going to play around with that I thought was really... The reason I think this puzzle is going to be really cool is because it is a balancing puzzle. You have to balance an item using a series of numbers in succession or removal in order to get to a perfect balance. It is essentially a math logic puzzle. The reason I think this is going to be a fun puzzle is because of the way these puzzles work. Since it is a basic addition subtraction style puzzle, there's only so many things that you can do, and if you know how these puzzles work, it's not going to be too difficult to figure out, just a little bit of work here and there. But if you don't know how to figure out these puzzles, then it's going to really force you to use your brain and think through how this is going to work. Eventually, you'll come to a realization that is going to be very, very helpful in solving these puzzles down the line if you attempt to do any others. For next week, I plan on implementing that said puzzle, getting the actual code down for that, and designing all the UI and getting that prepped for next week. Other than that, thank you guys again so much for 300 subscribers on YouTube. It means the world to me that we are able to continue on this journey because we have so many followers. If you are interested in this series, whether you're watching on YouTube or TikTok, my socials are all right here. Go ahead and give me a follow on all of those platforms so you can stay tuned for other updates that you might not see on one individual platform. That is all for this week. Stay tuned for next week when I plan to implement those changes.